Well, I'll let you in on a little industry secret. I hope the
Law
lawyers
industry
out there,
secret.
are not gonna, not gonna come and hunt for me on this one. But
Never mind. Our podcast not a lot of people watch.
that will change. That will change.
After this episode, shit. Yeah.
We lawyers are by nature copiers. Think about it. Every time
I mean, it's like,
am I going to draft the contract from scratch for you? No way. I will take a precedent that I have from another case and then just jiggle it around and tweak it to what is necessary.
I mean, it's also safe side, right? You don't want to recreate the wheel and
of course.
Screw it up yourself.
Yeah. So, a lot of the time, some of the times the client says, you just plug this out from some precedent somewhere. I like to tell them, but then to come up with the precedent to start with needed some kind of, legal acumen.
Yeah.
So I guess when you employ a lawyer to do contracts, you're not just paying for the words, you're paying for his experience behind the contract.
How you QC the contract.
Yeah, what goes wrong, what are the contingencies, how to protect you better.
Yeah. So from here, we can talk a little bit about your most complex case that you can review. Obviously, law is so sensitive, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things that you cannot say. But what are some of the most complex things that you have to deal with? Because I feel honestly, if you do law, right, you really need to be technically smarter, honestly. Dude, as an engineer, engineering, I tell you some funny thing about engineering school. Right? When you submit your final year project, right, you're allowed to have spelling errors.
Right.
Because they recognize that engineers are good with numbers but not words. So you literally can spell things wrongly and you still get full marks.
Yep.
And then you just point out the examples. Most of the time we use arrows, we don't even use words.
Yeah.
So that's like for engineering. But for law, I feel it's a whole nother of mental wrestling,
Yeah, and you're not wrestling with just yourself, you're wrestling with the other side also.
You're wrestling with your clients to help them wrestle with...
You're trying to manage your clients, you're trying to manage the judge, you're trying to, put the best case against the other side.
Yeah.
So, you're surrounded by dispute,
Yeah.
But in terms of complexity, I find the two types of cases are really complicated, I feel. Number one, construction.
Construction.
Yeah, construction disputes, because it's the documents themselves are already 14 bound volumes kind of thing.
Wow.
Because the contract is huge. You talk about 17-page contract, the construction contract can run you 100 plus.
Wow.
And don't forget, in construction, right, the building takes place over an extended period
A decade
of
or
time.
something. Yeah.
Usually not. In Singapore, damn fast. We are super efficient, to be honest, as far as construction is concerned. Because there will always be the question of liquidated damages.
Okay.
If you fail to complete by a certain date, per day, how much? And that's what developers are worried about. Then on top of that, in terms of construction, usually the allegations are things like delay, and then when you say questions of variations, how I've changed the contract to add or delete certain items of work.
Yep.
All that is a lot of recorded paperwork. And that's why the courts tend to give a higher premium for construction cases.
A higher premium as in what?
In terms of, if you win, in Singapore, winner takes all. So if you win the case, the opponent has to pay your costs, but those costs are decided by the judge.
Oh.
So for construction cases, judges tend to give higher cost awards.
So that means the law firm, as an owner of a law firm, you are technically bad things, yeah?
Oh no, I mean we have to take the payment up front. It's more like a reimbursement basis. So we charge the client whatever we charge the client.
Also, the loss will be charged to the client.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not so much the loss. It's more, you hire a lawyer, you pay the lawyer.
Yes.
If he wants $10, you get $10.
Yep.
If you win the case, you might get $7 back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But then the opponent that lost will pay...
Yeah, whatever the opponent has.
Everybody's legal fee?
Well, depends on how many parties there are. But usually the winning side will have to pay the losing side.